Sales Games.
What?
He's going to be our guest. Plus, Jeff has a story about the four-door Ford Mustang.
Yeah.
Didn't we do a Chevy Camaro
Well,
four-door?
you kind of inspired that. You talked about it when we were doing the Camaro segment. You said, does a Mustang have it? So we'll look into it, and here we go.
There you go. Mars has this week's driving destinations. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley, I'm Don Armstrong. Thank you, and we appreciate you joining us for our live show here on Saturday morning. All right. I am absolutely enthralled by the subject matter, and from what I read, this guy here is supposed to be like he's smiling.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have some fun, boys. We are gonna have some fun.
Oh God, I can barely wait. I read the bio. I get it. I got it. And so this is called Spill the Beans.
That's right.
And with Dom Genova. Now he's a former dealer. And so where was the dealership? What did you sell?
Well, let me tell you the story.
Please.
I worked for Chrysler for 17 years at the factory as a factory rep calling on dealers. So I called on like 450 dealers in my career.
Yeah.
Now, when you're working for the company, it's a bureaucracy. Your progress is going to be on how much you kiss your boss's butt. And if you have an innovative idea, it's like not the way he got ahead, so he's not going to listen to it. So my wife and I decided to take our ball and go home. We started a dealership in upstate New York after quitting Chrysler after 17 years. I had $80,000. We moved into a building with no power, no water. We were going across the street to the Ford dealership to take a poop, for God's sakes. Okay.
We usually do that here too. We poop on a lot of Fords.
Well, hopefully not on air. But the thing is that I went from 6 to 8 people when we started the dealership. I can show you the photographs at some time, to having 85 people working for me, selling $80 million worth of stuff a year.
Wow.
It was all because of our philosophy. Our philosophy was treating people like it's a I don't know, an orchard. Okay, so you have an orchard of trees. It can give you apples every year, or you could cut it down and make firewood out of it. And after listening to all of these people that I called on as dealers and how they operated, and listening to the public, well, it's amazing. 87% of the people that go shopping for a car don't like buying a car. And then 24% of them would rather have a root canal. You'd rather have a root canal.
You're right.
One day, my web guy one day shows me a picture of what he wants my website to look like, and it's some dentist in the guy's mouth. And no, we're not doing that, okay? So I started advertising real price and real payment, which I always thought was the way to go. You eliminate the finance manager's bullshit stuff, okay? He says there's some good stuff. That's the difference if you're loading the payment or not, and we started advertising real price and real payment. Now that morphed into your no-nonsense car dealer. And I've made a lot of money by being upfront. Now, I want you to ask you a question. Think of the best hamburger you ever had, okay?
Yeah.
Was it McDonald's?
No.
Of course not. Of course not. Because McDonald's, they treat you well. They don't do price. They don't do price fixing. They don't do bait and switch. If you want to get a hamburger, they never say, well, we're out of hamburgers now. You have to buy a Big Mac, right? Like car dealers do. You put one car in the paper that you're going to sell at that price. And when somebody comes in to buy the damn thing, you say it was sold to your brother-in-law last week. I mean, all these tricks I put into a book because I want to help some people not get screwed. Because I made a very good life out of myself. Out of my career, we sold the dealerships, 2 dealerships it was by then, on March 5th of 2020, which is a week before the COVID shutdown. So God
Timing is everything.
Yeah,
took care of me. So I have a website, most naturally. I have my own radio show here in Rochester. Now you're in Texas, so you must know a lot of people from Rochester. Because
tons.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we know you.
They're all moving to Texas, okay?
Right.
and the book goes over everything that you don't know that I can teach you. And that's what it is, because people love cars. They don't like buying cars. I love cars. I mean, I have two cars that I really love. I have a 2011 Mustang, Shelby Mustang convertible. Okay, it's white with a red interior.
Nice.
And I love that car. Yeah, I said to my daughter, I said, I know it looks like a midlife crisis. She goes, no. She goes, it's more like a 3/4 life crisis, Dad.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'll just will the car to your sister. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in short. I mean, if you want to get into some specifics, or you want me to go in any other direction, that's my story.
Here's the one thing
in
that
the
comes
short.
to mind is that the federal government has now stepped in and said, hey, look, you guys, these car dealers, you're going to advertise a car, you got to advertise it for the price of the car and not some add-on stuff that you've added on. And they're clamping down on it, and they're fining dealers.
Well, I worded it to actually, I had a conversation with the New York State Attorney General. I happened to be at a meeting and she was there. And I said, here's the analogy, okay, is that we all do 70 and a 65, right? I mean,
Right.
we all do that. But there's some people that are driving drunk, or they are going 150 and they need to be caught. So that's what I'm trying to do. The dealer who exaggerates a little bit, we all say the cars are great. I mean, who says, hey, that car over there, that's really a piece of crap. I wouldn't buy that. I mean, I got to move the car. Okay.
Yeah.
So you maybe discount the car or whatever, but you can't throw away cars. All right. So
Correct.
not all of them are great. So you're going to exaggerate a little bit and whatever. That's just life. Okay. But the guys that I've seen, I mean, look at this. I have in my book a fella who advertised a Jeep Grand Cherokee for $299. Says your payment is $299. You know what it was in the small print? You're never going to guess this.
How much down?
It was
How much down?
No, every other week.
Every in the small print every other week.
Every other week. So the payment was really $598. Okay, now think about this. Me as a car dealer, this guy is fishing upstream with a net. I don't see these people at all. All right. So I go over that. The thing about rebates, all rebates apply. You can't get all rebates. I mean, there's a system in there. There's the Foursquare system where they teach, they try to catch you on a number of different things and whatever. And I go through the psychology. I also go through stories about being a car dealer, like my naked parts manager.
Naked parts manager.
Oh yeah.
Right up Don's alley.
Yeah. He was up in parts bin number 165, sending pictures of himself to our customers. Yep. Little koala bear looking guy, and he didn't just shave his face. So,
Well, he was sending them every other week.
so this story,
Oh my God.
There's a quiz in there. I try to make it lighthearted. Here, I'll hold up a copy of my book. There we go.
There you go.
This is like my high school graduation picture. You see that?
Yeah,
I don't look-
taken for a ride. Don't
Yeah, I
be
don't-
taken for a ride.
I don't look as well. I don't look that good. And actually, when I give my lectures, I say that this proves that everybody exaggerates. Look at that.
There you go.
Well, I noticed that you're wearing a hat. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
My Jeep hat.
Jeep hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm driving a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee with 90,000 miles on it. I could drive anything I want, but I'm driving that car. You know what I like about the car?
Tell me.
Freaking knobs. It's got knobs in it.
Knobs in it.
Exactly.
Amen
Knobs
to
in
that.
it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a Sony television in it with the things. It's knobs. I want to get air conditioning.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I'm currently driving a car that doesn't have any knobs. And the only way that I can raise and lower the volume on the radio is on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. So not even my front passenger can lower and raise the radio. I don't understand who was thinking this out. There's no volume knob on the screen that somehow contains the radio, and I can't go from AM to FM. I haven't figured it out, and it's the same manufacturer that I've complained about their radio and infotainment system all these years,
Oh, yeah.
and nothing has changed.
And I know which one he's talking about. I've got a question. You were a factory rep for Chrysler.
Yeah.
What made you go with the Chrysler brand as a dealership with all the other brands out there? Was it just because you were married to it, or
No. They really now, because you're a factory rep. I had, God rest his soul, I had a regional manager said, if one of my guys wants to go retail, I'm going to help him. So I took $80,000 out of my pocket. They lent me $215,000. Okay. It was a little dealership in upstate New York. And I'm looking at it. I have an MBA in marketing. I'm looking at this. Holy cow, the potential of this thing is really much more than the stated potential would be, because their stated potential goes on the town that you live in. But if you look at the highway, there's a 30,000 car a day highway that's going through one way and 10,000 the other. And you look at this, you go, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, we started selling cars like hotcakes. And the other thing is we had a competitive advantage. Most of the dealers, the problem really is, you have to excuse me for going so long or talking so,
It's all right.
so much.
You're fine.
yeah?
But here's the thing. The big problem with the car dealers, with the car system, all told, the sales system, is that all the new dealers are buying their cars from the factory for the same price. There is no volume discount. So if there's no volume discount, I got to come up with some competitive advantage. Okay. So, 10 sales, this sales, repo sales. I can never understand like a repo sale. I mean, isn't that like going to Match.com and actually looking for somebody who's been in state prison? I mean,
Yes.
So what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
or a tent sale. If moving my cars 2 miles down the road made them cheaper, and a tent sale, if I moved them to Schenectady, they'd be half price, right? I don't understand. I mean, so there's all this nonsense, and I'm the no nonsense car dealer. So after a while, people would come in and buy cars from me, and then their kids would buy cars, and then the grandkids would buy cars. And God rest his soul, there was a weathercaster here in Rochester. He passed away young, but he said, I buy my cars from Don because at least I know I'm not getting screwed.
Little did he know. Yeah.
So, hey, by the way, automotive history, God drove a Chrysler product.
Really?
Yeah, it's right in the Bible. He drove Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden in a fury.
Good one. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to talk about the
was
book
good.
because the book it's thin enough that I feel like I could actually get to the end of the book once I start reading it. So when did you write it, and where can we buy it?
Well, you can get it on Amazon. I think the bookstores can carry it, but it's on Amazon now. Now it's like $20, but I mean, I'm going to save you hundreds, if not thousands, believe it or not. Or I'm going to save you your sanity, so you're going to have less therapy later in your life. But the thing is that the digital edition is like $3-4 or something like that. I'm just trying to save people. It is not just an instruction manual. I have stories in there. Like I was almost fired at Chrysler when I was a young trainee for unwrapping cheese balls. I lead with that. Yes, unwrapping cheese balls. I was sent to set up a hospitality suite, and the cheese balls, the ones that are about the size of a softball. Okay,
Yep.
I unwrapped them, and my boss got really, really mad at me. Yeah, for unwrapping cheese
Interesting.
balls.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not any worse than the guy that goes to buy a cookie at the vending machine over at Ford and gets fired because
Yeah.
somebody didn't say, yeah, he did pay for that. He had to prove it.
With a
And then they
receipt,
offered
yeah.
him his job back. And he said, it's okay. I'm making more money where I am now. Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you if you have time, I'll tell you a story about working at Chrysler, and if you're staff now, after being a roadman, you get to be staff, which means you're in an office and whatever, and when they came out with a rebate, they you had to call dealers and find out what the dealers felt about the rebate and write the little story, and it goes back to Detroit and whatever. So I did this once as a vignette, and it was a guy by the name of Scott Rhodes, who was in Columbia, South Carolina, Chrysler Plymouth guy. He goes, well, I don't like the program all that much. You didn't do this, and you didn't do that, and you did this other thing. I said, so I write that down. I give it to my boss. He looks at that. He goes, oh, you can't put that down. I go, why? That's what he said. He goes, wow, that's a negative. I go, yeah, but that's what he said. He goes, well, go get somebody else. I says, so you really don't want to know. This is like asking your wife how you were last night in bed, but you really don't want to know, right? I mean, so that's crap.
Lie to me.
Yeah. It's like, why am I doing this? And that's one of the frustrations I had. Plus, when you work for a big company, if you have an innovative idea, that's not going to get you ahead. Here in Rochester, I mean, think about it. We had Kodak, and Kodak thought their product was pictures on pieces of paper. It is not. It was digital. It was imaging. And they couldn't, and eventually they went bankrupt because they didn't understand what their product was. My product for my dealerships, I felt, was handling your personal transportation needs. Now, sometimes I had to send you someplace else because we didn't make what you wanted. Sometimes we had to pick you up at the airport or so. Whatever it was, we just took care of people, and that's truly what made us as successful. I mean, they paid me like the dealership I sold, the dealership, they paid me a lot of money, so I don't have to worry about anything. It's
so
great.
what are you doing today other than writing books?
Well,
other than the radio show.
Well, I got the books, I got the radio show, I got the website, Don't Be Taken. I invented a town. Do you remember Lake Wobegon? Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I actually had a conversation with Garrison Keillor because I had invented a town, and the town is called Middle Finger Lake.
Yeah.
So yeah, we up here in upstate New York, we have the Middle Finger Lake. So this is the story of the Middle Finger Lake, Middle Finger Lakeans, and it's where life is perfect, but could always be better. And then I invented another organization here in which is the we have the Bills Mafia, the Buffalo Bills Mafia. So I have the Rochester Music Mafia. And then with a woman who used to be the dean of the School of Business at the Rochester Institute of Technology, I'm writing a book. It's like the 3-day MBA, we call it. That's the working title. The stuff that you learn in college that you need to learn, and the stuff that you can't learn in college at all, but you'll learn later on. I'll give you my 7% rule. Okay, you can take this to the bank because I have people that talk about the percent all the time, but they don't argue with the concept. That when I was in my old wooden building back in 1994, I'm worried about making everybody happy. It's just a bother. And it finally dawned on me where I wouldn't lose any sleep. And I'll clean up the language for your show. 7% of the people in the world are either nuts. Yeah, I mean they're nuts, or they're mean. Now, 7%, you can't do anything with them. The people that think that the world is flat, you can't do anything with those people. The people that were beaten as children and they just want to beat you up, you can't do anything with those people. Forget about that. Spend the time with the 93%.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
For Rochester, love your carburetors. Really do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is a big, we have a lot of GM people around here. I've Rochester carburetors. That's exactly right. I remember the day.
So Dom, how can we need to be in touch with you a lot more?
Oh, I would love to.
You've opened a can of worms here.
Well, and like I said, it's humorous. I have some really good information for you. I actually give you the tactics that you need to use when you're talking to a dealer, because I mean, think about this: faking a pass in football is not illegal. Okay,
yeah.
It's not illegal. I teach you how to fake the pass. It's just playing the game. And the whole deal is, it's not that the cards are stacked against you. You don't even know what the game is.
What website do you have?
www.don'tbetaken.com.
Don't Be Taken.
Don't be taken. I have don'tbetaken.com. We're making a series of books. This is the first book, because I have a guy that wrote a book about how your computer's taking advantage of you. That's another good one. So
and you've got us now. We're hooked.
Oh God, I love you guys. You guys are car guys.
We are.
And we're about to take advantage of you.
Yeah, we're about to take advantage of you. Dom, we're out of time, but thanks so much for joining us today. We'll be in touch with you. Don't go too
please
far.
Do. Okay.
Right,
Don'tbetaken.com.
You got it.
Guys,
Just
thank
ahead,
you.
Jeff's Car Culture, the 4-door Mustang coming to showrooms, and Mars has his driving destinations when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this break.
The Tech Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out.
To join us 10 to noon Central Time Saturdays for our live show about all things automotive. It's a fun ride and available on many podcast sources as well. Grab one, anyone that piques your interest. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. Four-door Mustangs. Is it a station wagon?
I don't know, but we talked about the Camaro last week when we did the feature there, and you had mentioned, hey, is a Mustang coming out? Well, here we go. So the number 4 might be Ford's new favorite number. At the dealership last week, Ford showed, at a dealer event last week, Ford showed an early prototype of the Mustang sedan with 4 doors. Hit 60 miles an hour in under 4 seconds. It cost under $40,000, according to the reports of the Wall Street Journal they reported to. Though the name hasn't been confirmed, Ford reportedly calling it the Mach 4, which would align with the trademark filed in 2025. Oh, God. The Mustang's current lineup is fairly robust with 3 engine options and the choice of a manual or automatic transmission in most trims. However, the Mustang only comes in a 2-door setup. Its biggest competitor, the Dodge Charger, is offered as a 2 or 4-door model, though it offers fewer engine options and does not come with a stick shift, so poo-poo. Ford hasn't sold a sedan since it discontinued the Fusion after the 2020 model year. Since then, the company has focused on the SUVs and trucks, according to the CEO, Jim Farley. He hinted that bringing back sedans for a while back in June. He talked about it before. The current president, Andrew Flick, president of the Ford Blue and Model E, said the sedan revival was possible. Flick said a sedan would make the most sense and fit with the existing model, adding that they would consider expanding the Mustang family in the future. It looks like the future may be closer than anticipated, though there's still plenty of time for the project to get scrapped or altered. The reports say that the sedan is expected to go on sale in 2029. 2 sources said that the sedan would feature a hybrid powertrain, and one mentioned a hybrid V8 engine. Attendees at the dealer event said that the prototype was roughly the same size and shape as the Porsche Panamera. Oh, that's a little bit longer vehicle. And executives reportedly said it would have more rear legroom than the Panamera. The Mustang has been continuous production since it launched in 1964. We all know that, making it the longest-running muscle car in production. Its closest competitor, the Chevrolet Camaro, has been discontinued, while the Dodge Challenger was also killed off, essentially replacing by the 2-door Charger. Chevrolet, however, is reportedly reviving the Camaro. We talked about that as a 4-door, which was rumored to go on sale in 29, so they're all kind of being competitive in the years of release. The Mustang expected release date would put it either ahead or in line with Chevy's debut. The sub-$40,000 starting price would put it on more of a affordable side of the Mustang lineup with a V8 horsepower. They would likely be priced closer and in line with the V8 powered Mustang GT, which starts at just under $50K, and the current Mustang's trim level lineup. Powertrain menu could mirror the Mustang, including the turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder and the naturally aspirated 5-liter Coyote V8, with room for a high-output version. Oh, yeah, tub it. The bigger draw is the V8, which would be paired with the manual gearbox and genuine selling point for the enthusiasts of that vehicle. Ford is not committed to a debut date for the Mach 4, but production should start sometime between 28 and 29. With any luck, the company would give us something to chew on, early teasers and spy shots. That's all going to be available as they're released. So there you go. Who's next? That's what I got to say.
Right, exactly. All right, time now for Mars Driving Destinations, and it's titled Summer.
Trying to make everybody's trying to make sure summer lasts a little bit longer because
Well, it's still summer, but the school's back, and that's screwed everything up.
exactly. So you got to kind of look for something that's going to kind of extend the summer feeling that's going on. And one of those things is the Armand, if I'm saying that correctly, Bayou Nature Center down in Pasadena. Now the idea
That's
is,
pass a get down, Dina, to everybody else.
exactly. Now this one, again, this is Pasadena. It's basically all part of the Houston Metroplex. So you're getting out without getting out. And because there's plenty of wetlands down here, there's some prairie, there's forests along the bayou. Families can hike the trails. You can look for wildlife, birds. Got some educational programs that you can actually get involved with. And it gives a good contrast to going to an amusement park or video games or whatever else on a weekend. And but the only thing you got to do is be sure to bring some water and some insect repellent this time of year. It's plenty hot out there and humid, and there's lots of little insects around there. The second one, everybody's heard about it, but I don't think about it very often, and that's the Houston Space Center down in Clear Lake.
Yep.
Now, the kids you can take the kids down here, and there's a lot of interactive things for the whole family, actually. And it gives the kids and the adults something that they can do to get involved with, see the spacecraft, the astronaut history, a lot of hands-on visits, and the tram the tour that takes you around. So you can kind of get the kids involved and start getting excited maybe about going back to school, about learning some things. At the same time, get to go down and explore some of the things in the science world that's history making, actually.
Yeah, real quick, Mike, while Kathy and I were there not very long ago, and those trams, there's different levels. You can tour different things of the complex or the compound with different trams. They go different directions. But yes, kid-oriented, kid-friendly. I was even impressed. I tried to join the astronaut team, and they told me no.
Well, I think it was probably because of the glasses, I guess. You know,
I wasn't tall
I
enough
think
or something, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't been there in years, and after I looked at this, I thought this would be pretty cool
It's
to go
fun.
back to.
You should do it.
The next one would be the Baytown Family Adventure. Now, this is actually a place to go exploring for the kids to get involved in exploring because it's a geo tour across the wetlands. And it's down in Baytown. It's a little bit further away maybe for some people, but you can go in here, and they've got the Wetland Center, which is actually the Eddie V. Gray Wetland Center, where you can see the wildlife, and you can kind of get involved and learn some more about the Baytown Nature Center from there. And the history, the nature, and the actual going out and exploring things is what gets you involved in all this. And so it becomes part of a destination that you can go to and be involved in that destination. Again, learning, trying to get the kids back to school, but it's a family event, family fun event. Then we're going to buzz up to Lake Conroe. You want to go out on the lake? There you go. It beats going to the beach sometimes where you go get into the sand. But let's suppose you don't have a boat. You can actually go to Lake Conroe and go up there for the day. And there are facilities up there that you can rent a boat. You can rent the water gear to go out play on.
God help us all.
Exactly. So the family can go up there, go boating. They've got camping up there. Of course, around the edge of it, you've got a lot of restaurants and things. But again, it's basically boating, tubing, fishing, and swimming for the family. And again, if you don't have a boat or don't want to haul your boat, take it. Then the last one we wanted was Columbus. Columbus is a couple of hours away from Houston. And it's a place you go through. I always go through there going wherever we're going. But there's a lot of things there, including the Colorado River runs through there. So there's parks, there's museums, a few quirky attractions to get around downtown. And you can actually spend the day there, basically like a little small Fredericksburg or someplace that's not quite as crowded, not quite as so many people, but there's plenty of things to go and see and spend the day here without going off into another part of the world that takes you all day just to get there. So that's just a few things you might do to kind of extend the feeling that you're still in the summer vacation without going too far.
All good stuff. I like the NASA one.
All right, thank you, sir. In Wheel Time Car Talk continues after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show thanks you for 15 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on a local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcast, too, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, Chip Lupo with Wallet Hub. Car insurance on the rise. Don't we know it?
Yeah.
Mike reviews the new Subaru Outback. Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, plus this week's top auto news stories. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. David Ainsley joins us in the engineering department. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us. Let's get right to Chip Lupo. Chip, Wallet Hub, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today.
We lost Mike and Chip. There's Mike.
I guess that Chip...
Can't hear you, Mike.
Oh, sorry. I had it on mute. I was trying to work with Chip. Same problem we had earlier. He's coming in with no audio and video, but he's coming in. So I'm working with him offline.
Okay, well, we're just going to put you on hold, and when we see Chip, then we'll get back with you. All right.
Did I tell you I was getting 32 plus miles to the gallon on my Buick?
You know, and that's not surprising. And, you know, if I am very careful and feather the throttle in the 2001 Corvette, not go over 60, I can get 30 miles per gallon in that V8.
Yeah.
It's truly amazing if
Well-
you really work at it. And that car that I had not that long ago, the Hyundai Elantra, 47 miles. Now, it was a hybrid.
Right. Well, that's
47
kind of
miles
expected
per
with a
gallon.
hybrid,
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I've been using my cruise control and using that as my
Yeah.
throttle. I'll get on a highway. I take certain back roads to get to work and certain highways to get to work, depending on the day and traffic. But I'll use that cruise control. If it's 35, I'll set it at 37. And then the car automatically adjusts the speed for front and rear, well, mainly front, so you're not traveling too fast. It's all electronic. I use that, or I'll just turn it off and or upgrade it through the buttons rather than the accelerator pedal. So I think that's how I'm getting this good mileage. Plus, I'm not a hot rodder anyways. I did that long ago. Kathy's the 90 or nothing lady. She is.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She'll pull a wheelie out of the garage if she can do it.
Well, I think that it's interesting. So you have the keep the distance
Yeah,
thing
it
going.
has that. Yes, if I like coming here this morning, I had it set at 68, and I'm in the right lane. And if a car pulls out, you can actually feel the car, kind of slow down. The cruise number doesn't change, but your actual miles per hour changes because
Yes.
it adjusted accordingly. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's how I'm getting it.
Well, I use that quite frequently in the new car of the week, whatever that may be,
Yep.
if I can find it. That seems to be a growing trend, is to the ease of use of steering wheel controls. They're not well marked, for one. And number two is getting them to work without lane keeping assist, which drives me
Yeah,
insane.
mine's turned off. And Laura, on her new vehicle, how they go over the options of the car. They sit
Right.
with the owner. You do this. She kept turning everything off. The guy's looking at her like, "Why are you turning? I don't want it." You know,
Right.
Take it off.
Yeah. And I think that there are some manufacturers that are like the start-stop feature.
Oh, yeah.
People absolutely hated it.
Mine's off. I turn
And
mine off.
I've got one. I had one, a car that had the start-stop on it. This one out there's got start-stop.
It automatically comes on when I start the car, but I know where the button is. I put my seatbelt on, I start the car. So it
See,
doesn't
to
ding,
me,
and then I
you
turn
shouldn't
it off.
have to turn it off.
I know.
It should be, if you want it, turn it on.
Yeah.
And leave it on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't reset it every time you restart the car. Some of the things that, and you know what? Come to find out that I am not by myself when it comes to these things.
No.
If you want the start-stop feature, turn it on. And when the car, you turn it off and turn it back on, then it remembers your setting.
It should. Yeah. But they don't.
They've got the adjustable seats. You hit the little one button, and every
the memory.
single time it will go back to that setting if you have it set that way.
Right.
Well, why not set the other stuff that way? I'm the one that drives the car. If you share the car, okay, and many cars have, we can set it all up for you in one way, and then me the other way.
It's the options that you have. But
Yeah.
I agree with the
Oh, that's
start-stop.
going to cost more money. No, it's not.
Just don't put it in.
It's a computer program that the guy sitting back there in the corner, all he has to do is,
Yeah. But you know what?
Fix
It's
it.
mandatory we take the AM radio out. That's another horse crap thing. They work more on that than the stuff
God,
that
I
really
had
needs
a
to be
car
done.
that didn't have AM radio. Now, not that I am a huge AM radio fan, because most of the stations on AM these days I don't listen
Right.
to.
Well,
I listen to two of them.
Yeah, you get news, and then I listen to the Astros.
And I listen to Michael Berry.
Yeah, occasionally I do too, but Astros are mainly. But I listen to FM. I like my classic radio stations where they have old dragnets on. That's fun to
Now,
listen
here's a
to.
brilliant
When I ride, I
Speak-
want someone
griping
telling me a
about
story.
radio, and I have reason to gripe because that's where I got my start and was in radio a long time. So they take a radio station here in Houston off the air called 97.5 The Spot. What do? They make it into a sports channel. I don't want sports. I want the music from the spot. Now I don't have any choices as to what music I hear. I used to listen to one other station. They suck now. The music selection on there just absolutely sucks. And the other ones, I don't want to hear the same old hard rock and roll from the 70s because that's all it is.
Well, it's even
that's
like
one
that-
of David's stations.
Yeah, like on the XM, you have classic rock, you have classic rewind and stuff.
What if you don't have XM?
Well, I'm just saying, but we listen to that when Kathy and I are together with sport, whatever. But the DJs, they just drone on and on. Well, we're gonna
Kinda
talk
like this
about
talk show.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this artist, and they go 20 minutes. Play the damn song.
It's kind of like this talk show,
Sure.
isn't it, Mike?
Yeah. Mike's going to talk. Mike's got his stuff muted.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So what are we doing
I heard
here,
somebody
Mike?
beep in.
Well, dadgummit.
Okay. I'm gonna. Do I need to turn you away again? You. I tell you what. There's a vacuum cleaner in the closet in the house that you're in.
Get
I
out.
think you need
Get
to go
out.
and do that today.
I think I need to do something because I'm sitting here. I'm getting very frustrated. But anyway,
Are you? I
Yeah.
can see the sweat
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
brow.
Chip, God, Chip.
I'm here.
There's
I'm
no camera
having
image.
trouble with the
You know, every guest that-
video,
well,
but
other
I
than
can hear
one,
you.
Every guest that we've had today.
right.
Let's call him back.
Well, we can talk to him. We just can't
uh,
see him.
Dom?
Yeah, Dom.
Well,
Call
you
Dom
know,
back.
I'm sure that he's probably got other interviews lined up, would be my guess. That's why we didn't have him last week, because,
Double booking.
yeah, double booking.
But do
And
you
he's
want to
a-
talk to Chip?
Let's talk to Chip.
Yeah.
Chip's there.
Chip's
Is Chip
Morning,
there?
guys.
Hey.
Hey, Chip.
Just fine, guys. How are you?
Well, we can kind of hear you. We don't know why we can't see you.
Yeah.
Where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. It's
Well, there's
it's a
the
camera.
problem right there. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
Columbia,
part of it,
South
yeah.
Carolina, they have absolutely no
it's-
clue how to do the internet there.
Well, it's so hot here, it probably melted the cameras. So
Let me ask you this: Are you
to
with
Charleston.
the Xfinity still?
Am-
See, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Chip. We'll have to do something else later. Sorry.
It's too hot.
my apologies, gentlemen.
No worries.
Yeah, you need to call Xfinity and tell them to go away and find some other company to handle your internet stuff
Well,
because
it's-
Xfinity sucks.
It's Spectrum, which is probably even worse.
Oh, well, there it
there
is.
you go.
Spectrum, Rectum,
That's
they
like
kind of go together.
Spirit Airlines, It's,
Yeah, there's that. You might want to check that with your Rectum people there.
Yeah.
That's WRECK, Rectum.
Well, guys, I've got.
I wrecked the car.
Ralph Rectum.
I'm thinking 11:30 next Saturday. If you want to try again.
Well, that would be up to Mr. Mars if we want to try again. That you need to call your Rectum internet people and get it straight
No,
with them
it's,
first.
It's a Google Chrome thing. It's having trouble giving me access to the.
Are you on your phone?
No, I'm actually.
Well, see, one of the earlier guests was having trouble with Google Chrome, so I'm not sure what the deal is because
An
Google's
update.
recommended.
It's called an update.
They probably have
Oh, we
Yeah,
did an
probably.
update.
New
Well, anyway,
All right,
Chip.
Chip. Sorry.
Anyway, Chip. I know that you're a money man, and I'm thinking maybe you need to open that wallet and dish it up just a little bit and step it up instead of Google Chrome. Maybe you need to have, Don's Deluxe hamburger stand that would suffice for you for your internet.
Hey, whatever works.
No, I understand.
Exactly.
All right, sir. We'll be in touch.
All right. Thanks, guys.
If we can get through.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's always an issue. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
He had mentioned something I just
Okay, guys. We'll talk.
you were talking about.
Okay.
right.
Bye-bye.
I think that's a threat, isn't it?
Coming from Mike.
I have a car review. Would you like to do that,
You plug it in, Mike.
Mr. Mars?
It's there.
Okay.
I have a car review. You have a car review. Everybody's got a car review.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I got a car review.
I'll let you fire it up, Mike.
All right. So I had an opportunity to drive the 2026 Lexus LX 700H. Now, we are familiar with all sorts of different Lexus models, and I had to really put on my thinking cap, which is almost worn out. I had to put that on and thinking, an LX. Now, this is not an LS. I'm familiar with the LS, the big sedan. LX, got to be an SUV. And wait, a different number destination here of 700 with an H at the end of it. Well, it is a great, big, huge SUV. And the 700 doesn't mean anything other than the fact the H at the end, it is a hybrid. So there are 7 trim levels of this car. And the price ranges from $107,000 up to $143,000. It ain't cheap, and it is real nice. The review trim level is the Hybrid Over Trail. It is a $117,000 trim package priced hybrid. Standard SUV, meaning that it is a body-on-frame SUV with only 2 rows of seating in this one. Other trim levels, you can get 3 rows of seating. This one is 2. And I will tell you that the frame underneath it is semi-Tundra truck, okay? So keep that in mind. This is a very rugged SUV. Look at that beautiful interior. We're going to get to that in a minute. This is 4th generation LX, debuted in 2022. Hybrid began in 2024. Exterior features include overpowering spindle grille. I think it detracts from its grille look. It overwhelms everything. Straight body lines and bulging front fenders add to the off-road appearance. Huge rear hatch swallows everything, probably a couch back there, maybe even at least a fridge. Rear valance and taillights add to the elegant touch of this. What I liked about it, I liked the overall conservative styling. What could use improvement? The grille. Interior highlights. Depending on the trim level, the interior goes from mild to wild with colors. That one there is the F Sport, and you can see that it's got a really nice red interior. Don't understand dual screens for the HVAC and radio navigation. That's something that puzzles me. Why couldn't you just put it in one screen? But at least they have done away with the touch screen, the touch pad that you used to have to use your finger to actually put the cursor onto wherever it is that you're trying to go. Huge center console with optional cooling capabilities. Yes, cooling capabilities. So if you want to have your Coca-Colas cooled, there's a place for that in the center console. Premium leather throughout the cabin, comfortable front seats. Without the third row, there's plenty of room for camping gear back there. What I did like about it, that Mark Levinson sound system with, 100 speakers in it is really nice. What could use improvement? Again, kill the dual screens and make one big one. That would be my suggestion, but who am I? A 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 is under the hood with 457 horsepower. Yep, 457, 583 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Again, it is a hybrid. Its towing capability is up to 4 tons. That's 8,000 pounds for those that don't want me to do the math for you. Yeah, miles per gallon, well, 19 city, 22 highway for a combined of 20. Now, mind you that this is one of those vehicles that used to be like 13 miles per gallon. So they've bumped up the party pretty well.
Twin turbo, yeah.
Yeah. I got 18.1 miles per gallon over 389 miles. This thing is heavy. It weighs almost 3 tons. So that kind of mileage is impressive, considering that it's got to haul around all that weight.
10-speed transmission, too.
Yeah. What I liked about it, the horsepower. The V6 acts like a V8. You can't tell the difference. At least I couldn't. What could use improvement? More mileage. And I think that this is a nice compromise. It's a V6 instead of a V8. And it's also a hybrid, so it does have a battery backup. You start adding batteries and making the mileage go up, then you got to deal with the weight. So it's a nice compromise in that area. Ride and handling. Air ride suspension absolutely nails it. Now, I don't know about you. You ever ridden in one with an air ride suspension? They're different. They feel different. You go over the bumps and the bruises on the freeway, and you go, that just felt different.
Yeah.
And boy, it absorbs those.
Didn't feel it. That's why it felt different.
Like the old GMC buses from the 1960s.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's really nice. It acts like a luxury sedan from the 80s. It is smooth. What could use improvement? Again, the weight. It feels heavy, and it is almost 3 tons. All right. So you want to know about the pricing.
Yep.
Well,
And
I kind of gave you a tease. But here's the real thing. The base trim price is $115. Prices tested $119, $311. The base model price, gasoline version, is $108,550.
I was going to say 109, but yeah.
Competitors, Mercedes-Benz GLS, BMW X7, and the Infiniti QX80. And next week, I'm going to review the Mazda CX-5. And that's my
one thing
review of the 2026 Lexus LX.
Noticed about it, I don't like that grille. The grille is too obtrusive to me.
It's overwhelming.
It is.
It takes up the entire front
it
end. And
pulls-
I get it that it's a Lexus, but could you scale it back just a little bit?
All the attaboys, that one, oh crap, that wipes it all out.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Mars, I know that you've got a car review coming up. I guess it's in the next hour.
Actually, it was there, but I'm going to do it in the next hour now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. I guess I really made a bad decision there, didn't I? I was just trying to fill the time, you understand?
I understand.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break, shall we? Coming up, Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. The End Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this 90-second break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out.
Huh?
All right.
Yes, thank you. Hey, be sure and join us for our live show every week. In Wheel Time airs Saturdays, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And of course, if you miss it, you can catch 30-minute podcasts from this show and others at your favorite podcast store. Thanks for joining us today. Time now for Jeff's Cruise-In and Events calendar.
Oh, yeah. Let's not forget, summer's winding down. Everybody's going back to school, so there's going to be a few of these car events that are going to be less and less as we go. But today, from 5:30 to whenever, is the Classics of Brazoria County Cruising at the Dairy Queen on Loop 274 in Angleton, Texas. Entry is free, and it's an open cruise.
Did you say the treats are free?
The entry's free.
Oh, the entry. So
Entry's free.
in other words, we can't have a
If
blizzard or something.
You can bring your own, and that would be free. But yeah, you have to pay for that. Sorry. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. today is the Cruise-In Show and Swap Meet and Faux Real Trade Days at 321 Wallaceville Road. Go on up there. That entry is free also. It's a swap meet. That'd be pretty cool to do. Also this afternoon from 5 p.m. to whenever is the Saturday night car meet at Lowe's, and that's in League City. Entry is free. 6 p.m. to whenever tonight is the East Side Ride Saturday night cruise-in Baytown, Texas. Mike, you might want to venture over there. Come on a little west for us. And that's it's an open cruise as well. Tomorrow, Sunday, 9 a.m. to noon is Round Rock Car Show Old Settlers Park Tennis Courts. Wow. 2002 Harold Parkway in Round Rock, Texas. You got another one tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. till whenever is the Catalina Coffee Meet. It's at Washington Avenue. Oh, no, where it's at. It's in Houston, Texas. Also, cruise in. Entry is free. And then tomorrow we've got one from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Galveston Car Cruise Meet. It's Katy Freeway. You're going to meet up there at Katy Freeway, and then they're going to give you a map and directions how to get to Galveston, and it's going to be a long cruise in all the way down there. Weather permitting on all of these, and don't forget that some of these are going to be ending soon, so if you want to get out there before the end of the year, go to a cruise. There.
All right, thank you, sir. Import tire boom that has notably gained market share in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic may have finally peaked, according to the July forecast from U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association, USTMA. You're familiar with them. USTMA projects total U.S. tire shipments of 330.3 million units. Units. How about tires? That's a unit.
It's a unit. It's a widget.
Compared to 336.3 million units in 2025 and 332.7 million units in 2019. I'm going to leave you this.
Well, you buy a tire as an individual tire. You can buy them one at a time. That's why they're units, I guess.
That's some good bathroom reading right there. You'll really appreciate it. A Polestar retailer in New Jersey has accused the electric vehicle maker of using a government sales ban as cover for an intentional withdrawal from the U.S. market. I know that we've mentioned this on the show before, but Polestar, which was kind of like a Volvo-esque all-electric thing,
Yeah.
well, guess what? They're out. So those, whatever 700 cars that they sold, they're out of luck.
I had someone in my neighborhood that had one, and I haven't seen it recently.
Yeah.
So,
Prestige Imports filed a lawsuit seeking at least $25 million in damages a declaration that Polestar violated New Jersey's Franchise Practices Act, payment of the franchise's fair market value, and 5 years of continued parts and warranty support. They signed a contract, Polestar did, to this dealer, and they ain't going to live up to it. Polestar said the U.S. Commerce Department banned it from selling vehicles as part of a prohibition on Chinese-linked connected vehicle technology. Meaning that the infotainment system and all the stuff that runs the car is from China. Polestar had warned since 2024 that the rules effectively would force it to exit the U.S. Europe generated 78% of Polestar's first quarter sales versus just 6% here in the United States. Easy way to get out of that. No, we just won't put them in the United States anymore.
Oh, I got, funny you say that because my Motor Minute kind of relates to China and stuff going on.
Yeah. There's stuff going on over there.
With the
in China.
automakers. Yep.
California is approaching electric vehicle rebates in a new way, and with support from more than a dozen automakers. Get this, its strategy could reshape how states incentivize EV adoption nationwide. California's latest EV incentive doesn't fully replace the expired $7,500 tax credit that the feds offered that helped push EVs to 21% of the state's new car market last year. But the rebate's novel design, including automaker matching funds and focus on first-time buyers, could serve as a model for other states seeking to boost EV deliveries after this year's decline, analysts said. Now, they didn't say the fact that all the manufacturers have pulled back on their EV deliveries, so I guess it's all going to be Tesla stuff. With the Trump administration pulling support for EVs and automakers shifting toward hybrids, state incentives are becoming increasingly important in supporting EV adoption. California's My First EV program gives $3,500 to buyers, that's out of the state kitty, out of new EVs, and $1,750 for used ones, with 13 participating automakers. The $270 million fund, half from automakers, half from the state, will cover around 73,000 new and used EV sales. California Air Resources Board said more than 137,000 new EVs were registered in California in the first 6 months of 2026. Where's Jack Nerad?
They're still pushing it.
They're pushing it. They're wanting to make it happen. I'm not going to read the story about, there's a story about all of the EV chargers. They're more reliable and there's more of them now.
So we're up to what, 6?
Yeah. No, that's 6 that work out of the 30 that are out there.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah. And it's funny because they used EV Go as the example. EV Go is the one that didn't work up at Whole Foods for like a year.
Yep.
You go up there to charge the car, out of order.
You're doing a bad job, so we're going to promote you.
So there's that. And the complaints keep rolling in, Mr. Mars. Do you have any EV charging stations over there in Nederland?
Yes, we do. I used one just the other day.
Really? You didn't plug it into the 110 volts at the house?
No. It takes
funny.
days to do that.
Well, it's funny because if I plug it in here at the house when I get an EV, drive it to work, plug it in at work, no problem.
Well, I know but you're what, 40, 45 miles?
Yeah, 40 miles.
So you're knocking 10, 20% off?
Oh, well, it depends on the car, but at least 20%.
Okay, so you got 8 hours to put the 20% back or enough to get back. I mean, when I plug it in and it tells me 4 days to get to 80%.
Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address here is info@nwheeltime.com. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your save-the-paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See this state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Seitz will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963.
From the broadcasting studios in Texas, USA, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we talk to the busiest woman in NHRA drag racing, Angelle Sampey.
Right.
Jeff has the Motor Minute. I'll review the new Lexus. Nope, sorry, we just did that. Mars is going to review the Subaru Outback. Sorry, Mike. I know that he's going to forgive me because I stole his spot the last time around.
You did. Yep.
I was panicking.
I wrote it down.
I was panicking. Anyway, so he's going to review the Outback, and we'd like to say howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us today. You may not be glad that you joined us today. We've been having some sort of a
couple of glitches.
a row. I like that word, a row.
A row?
With apparently some sort of update that
There's a gremlin.
some sort of update that Microsoft has
It's
done.
not an AMC gremlin.
Yeah, it's Google Chrome, apparently. has
Chromesters.
done
Well, aren't they all married? Aren't they all kind of one? Don't they go hand in hand?
yes.
Does it
and
make
no.
any difference?
Yes, it makes a big difference.
Okay. What do you prefer?
I prefer Google, but I don't necessarily use Google Chrome. I use Google.
Okay.
There's a slight difference in it. I don't really know what it is, but I don't like the Microsoft.
I think the difference is one works, the other one doesn't. That would be the difference.
Well, depends on what day it is.
That's true. That's
If
true.
it ends in Y, it could be either one.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be.
that's
And it's,
it.
and it's every other week, according to Dom.
Yeah, Dom. Dom told us every other week. That's a new one.
That's a weird story.
Yeah, $299 for a new car payment.
Every
But
other
went
week.
down at the bottom and they printed, you can't even read with reading glasses. It's every other week. Every
Well,
paycheck.
you see that as some bar and grills, a free beer yesterday or something like that.
Yeah,
Or, you
free
know.
beer yesterday.
Or those used car lots where you go pay weekly every
Oh, yeah.
Friday afternoon.
Or
go
you
and
get
pay
a
'em.
lien on the car after you go to one of those short-term loan deals.
Yeah.
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 That you're paying like 75% interest.
paycheck. Yeah.
Buy 2 beers, get the second one free.
That's right.
I fell for that once.
Mr. Mars, do we have Angel?
No, ma'am.
All right. Jeff, what you got?
Well, there was
Working on
something
it.
you mentioned earlier in the day, and I can't remember what it was. It was something I didn't write it down. My fault.
Huh.
Yeah, spaced
Well,
out on that one.
You know what we could do here? I know that it will throw everybody off.
Oh,
Mike, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
What we could do is we could do the recalls and we could do the sold car roundup. Or not.
you want to do my motor minute?
And he's not commenting.
No, because he's focused.
No,
on
I'm
getting
saying we
Angel.
could do either one, but I'm also texting.
You texting?
And driving.
Like a little 12-year-old
Yeah, let's-
girl?
Let's
Yes,
talk about
exactly.
that drives me nuts. People, you're second or third in line at a traffic light,
Oh, I had
and the
one
light
yesterday.
turns green, and you're waiting 2 minutes because the knucklehead that's in line first is on his phone or
And you
she's on their
don't, and
phone.
you don't dare honk the horn.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
I do. Oh, Kathy hates that.
you'll wind up with a pistol shot
Well,
right
you
in the
know
front
what?
window.
I'm pretty quick. I can dodge it. But when you're third in line, they don't know who's doing it. So, or
Oh,
one of
that's
them-
right, third in line.
Get a train horn. My Oldsmobile that I had, my dad gave me, had the Cadillac horns on it, and there were the long tubes. It looked like a trombone, and at the end, it was
trumpet.
Yeah, a trumpet.
Trumpet.
Yeah, trumpets. I had 2 of those, and it sounded like a train horn. It was just a General Motors thing. Love that. I need that.
I
back.
think that I
need
think
that back.
You know, they sell those now. They're relatively cheap because they're not. You don't have to hook an air pump up
Well,
to
those
them.
are illegal, I think. The ones that you
Oh,
get on
absolutely,
semi-trucks,
they're
those are all
illegal.
illegal. But this
But I
is
don't
just, it's just
care.
a electric one that you normal.
So what are you going to do? Write me a ticket for a train horn?
Well, I think they can't, it's like having those big spikes on the rims too. I think those are illegal. as
I'm
well.
going to get some of those too. And then I'm going to and then I'm
Go
going
to
to
every
find out.
intersection.
I'm going to find out where Steve Woodard is, and I'm going to roll past him, honk the horn, and kind of scrape the side of his car with those great big lug nuts
He's
or
got a-
those
yeah.
baskets.
He's got a new
Like a chariot
SUV.
race.
Yeah, chariot real.
But it drives me nuts. Or you're at a light and you look over, to see wandering eyes. You look at the person next to you, and they're doing this.
Yeah. And you know,
George Carlin had a bit in his comedy routine where when you get your license, you're issued a little toy dart gun with the suction cups on it.
Yeah.
And if you see somebody doing something bad, you shoot their car with the little suction cup and the thing. You get 3 suction cups on your car at any given time, you get a ticket. Whatever it is, or you go to jail if you got 3 suction cups.
I'm
Go
good
to
for
use
that.
That needs to be brought back. Oh, it just drives me up a wall. And I'm patient, but I can get, upset. And Kathy hates when I get upset because I do lay on the horn, or I say bad language.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
What
darn. Get the heck out of my way.
I was waiting for.
You
You're
big
such
dummy.
A liar. I've been with him. I know. He has quite the vocabulary
Yeah.
too. And the fun thing about it is, most of these were learned in the Detroit auto market area.
I was a sailor one time. No. yeah.
Yeah.
This factory talk.
Factory talk.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah. Yeah. When you know that you paid the $1.25 for the cookie in the commissary at the Ford Motor Company, and then you get fired for not paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when in essence you did pay for
Yeah,
it.
golly.
Here's my receipt.
Golly gee. That's what I say.
Mars?
Yes, sir.
What kind of vocabulary do you have when you get mad?
I have a very good vocabulary.
Let me hear it.
Hello, how are you?
But no. What kind of bad things do you think?
I really don't speak ugly to most people.
No, not most people. I'm talking about in the car by yourself when somebody is on their cell phone and the cars are backed up trying to get through the light.
God, I can't repeat that on the air.
Yeah, well, see, there you go. I'm concerned that, nowadays the cars, all the technology, and you're saying bad things about bad things, and is the car going to pick it up? Is it going to record it? Is it going to
But
send it to
see,
your
if
mom or
Alexis
something?
picks this up and reports it, maybe somebody will do something about it.
That's true.
Well,
too.
I'm
I
having
doubt
to
it.
write down my favorite word, and Leslie told me what my favorite word is, and that's it.
Oh.
I use that apparently frequently and often.
I almost said it.
I don't know.
It's a good one, boy. It's a good
It
one.
is a good one. And I
It'd make the church rafters shake.
and it's not what you're thinking. It's not that. It's what
Are
I'm
you
thinking.
sure? Are you sure?
Well, yeah.
Well, then that leads me to a story. And this is kind of a little off topic, but with the words and directions. There's a elementary school young teacher teaching young kids about mammals, and it's a science class. And
Here we go.
this teacher says, well, the whale is the largest mammal on Earth, and it swims around the ocean, and it has baby whales and everything, and it eats plankton, and its throat is kind of small, and it doesn't swallow anything big like they say a human, but occasionally a little baby seal will get swallowed up. And little Sally raises her hand, and yes, Sally, what's the question? She goes, well, Jonah was swallowed by a whale. And the teacher goes, well, no, the whale isn't built like that. The whale doesn't swallow human beings. She goes, well, when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask him. And the teacher goes, well, oh, okay. What happens if he didn't go to heaven? And she goes, well, if he went the other way, then you ask him.
I like it.
All right.
I have been talking to Jeff over the past couple of years with the help of other people. Jeff, why don't we come up with a new feature called, Jeff's thoughts.
Rant.
Jeff's thoughts, and he can use accents because Jeff has some very good accents, and we have a very large population out here that is very fluent in their language, but it comes across strong, and you can still understand them, but it's a very strong accent. Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Why? Why? We've got.
I don't want to insult anybody.
It's not an insult.
Well, I can
It's
insult
just,
Mike, but that's about it.
well, let me put it this way. I can tell you that his accent like this is very, very good. And it adds to the story.
Mike's cringing.
No,
I'm thinking random thoughts from a dark mind. There you go. That's
no.
Light thoughts from a dark mind.
It'd be more along the lines of now deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts. There you go.
From
No
Saturday
thoughts.
Night Live. Or no thoughts.
No thoughts.
You know,
I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it.
see, these are the kinds of things that just come out, and this usually happens. This usually happens on a Friday evening after one or two margaritas.
Yeah, we have to have at least one down before we get in trouble.
and we're all crying at the table and we're thinking, you really need to do that on the show. Oh no, I can't do that. Well, Michael Berry's got Shirley Q. Liquor. Do you know who Shirley Q. Liquor really is? It's a white guy. Yeah. I mean, it's not making fun of the race or anything. It has nothing to do with that.
We'll see.
It has everything to do with the actual subject at hand, and you put the accent to it, and it really adds to the story, in my opinion.
Maybe we could have somebody call in on our hotline
Sure.
or something to do that.
Absolutely.
We'll call
anytime.
Mike on the hotline.
But, Mike, what is the hotline? Should I give him
The
out
happiness.
your personal cell phone number that you answer at 3:00 in the morning? Because we found that out.
Notifications.
We found that out
YouTube,
today.
Facebook. You can text. You can chat with us. Text us by YouTube, Facebook, any of those opportunities.
Yeah, if you have some cute story, just let us know. Or if you want to subscribe, we have been getting some new subscribers lately. And if you're a new subscriber, give us your name, not just your handle on where you're from, because it's kind of hard to decipher what it is. But yeah, new subscribers, let us know, and we appreciate you. Maybe next time.
No, we'll definitely have to, and you'll have to work on this because we can't leave you with just one joke. Okay. It's going to have to be, you're going to have a little stockpile.
Maybe we could sprinkle it in throughout the show or something.
Yeah.
We'll sprinkle them in.
Well, I think we definitely need to have a feature. What do you think, Mr. Mars?
I think we could do a lot worse. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and here's the other thought too, is that we could put up a picture of some random person and let Jeff tell the story over the picture of the random person.
Pick a name out of the phone book.
The phone book.
The phone book.
By the way, speaking of which, there are these people that do these posts on all sorts of Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And they have glommed onto some of the things that the kids now no longer know. And one of them is the white pages and the yellow pages. Yeah. They have absolutely no clue what that is. Well, that goes to show you how old we are, because we do. And then they continue with asking the questions. So what do you think that means? Well, you've gone to Staples and you bought a pack of white paper, and that would be the white pages. No, that's not it. It's a book of information. And then they sit there and they ponder and they say things out loud about what it could possibly be. And it is absolutely hysterical.
I thought when they combined, because it used to be the white pages were a separate book, and they combined them, and that was like genius. Do you remember sitting around just tearing them in half, after school, tearing phone books?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, those were fun days.
Yeah. But I do know that here in Houston, I remember distinctly when they put them into two different books, because each of the books were like that thick. As Houston continued to grow, they couldn't put them all. The book would be that thick.
Yeah.
So,
did you ever have your dad put you in a tire and roll you down a hill inside the tire?
No.
Well, those were good years.
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah.
Those were good years. Thank you. And you know that the word
It's
that
led
I
by
wrote,
Michael.
the word that I wrote down when we were discussing things that you'd say in the car, I put it at the top of my rundown page here,
He's gonna say it.
and it's there.
It's there.
And apparently, I say it quite frequently when I get frustrated in traffic. I don't notice it when I'm by myself, but I still say it.
Nobody's listening when you're by yourself.
Do you sing in the
Nobody's
car?
listening anyway, Mike. It doesn't
That's what
make
I'm
any
saying.
difference. Yeah,
Do you,
ever.
Do you sing in the car?
Rarely, but
Yeah,
yeah,
occasionally
sometimes.
do,
If there's something good that's on the
Yep,
radio,
yep.
I'll.
Tap your foot or your finger because I'm always beating on something. Jason got
Several-
me these little things. It's like this mic stand, but it's got a little symbol on it, and you plug it into you clip it onto your vent, and you play. You're driving and hit the symbol.
Hit the symbol. Kind of like the button that that
You
was
got
easy.
buttons.
That was easy.
Yeah, you got buttons on the board.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. About
But-
several years ago, I was on the way to work one morning in the fall. It was cool. The windows were down. I had the radio cranked up, and I was jamming. And I look in my rearview mirror, and here's this motorcycle policeman with red lights and all that stuff going. And I pull over, and he comes up. He said, "What in the hell do you think you're doing?" I said, "I was just going to work." He said, "No, you were jamming. Sign here." Speeding. Yeah,
Oh.
But
Well, that speeding that's not a surprise.
You were listening to
I've
Margaritaville.
ridden with you.
Never
I've
heard
ridden
you
with you
siren or
once,
nothing.
and that's all I'll ever ride with you again. Yeah,
no
Mars,
guts, no
Mars
glory.
is like the early adoption of the lane keeping assist, where it kind of bounced
They
between.
invented it because of him.
Yeah, but this particular one, it bounces between the stripes. It didn't stay in between. It bounces between them.
For the taxes I pay, I want to use the whole road.
That's good. We will definitely have to remember that.
Well, yeah, and then Neely could be able to help us with that too, but he wasn't on.
No, he wasn't on either, and neither was Angel and somebody else. I mean, we've been batting 1,000 here today.
It's okay.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
all right.
it's all your fault, Mike. But you've heard that before.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to get that
Does
bear off my shoulders.
does Becky or your mom say bad language in the car when they're in the car?
They don't say bad language ever.
No.
No.
Okay.
Does your mom ever slip up?
Nope. Never.
Does Becky ever slip up?
Occasionally, depends on what I've done.
It's all about you.
Just ahead, Jeff's Motor Minute and a review of the new Subaru Outback that Mr. Mars has for us. It's all coming up here when the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this 90-second break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In-Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In-Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In-Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out.
You're invited to join us for the live version of the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show every Saturday at a regular time, 10 to noon Central, on InWheelTime.com, YouTube, and Facebook. Or grab a 30-minute podcast of our show from your favorite podcast store. It's free, and it is wonderful. Time now for the Motor Minute, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Don, you were talking about China and sales and things in China. Well, General Motors, or Chevrolet, an iconic American brand of General Motors, is waving the white flag in China at steep drops in sales over there. According to a report, the brand is ending sales in the country after 21 years. While the idea was once unthinkable, the publication reported that the sales went down from over 767,000 units in 2014 to less than 9,000 just last year, a decline of 98.8% in just a little more than a decade. But the story gets better. The writing has been on the wall for a while. GM recently said that they've sharpened its focus on the Buick and Cadillac brands in China. That's good. They're far more successful, and the company has hit the new electric lineup, or the Electra lineup is what they're calling it in China. Chevrolet offered a number of different models in China, including some that would be familiar here to us in America. This included the Blazer, the Equinox, the Malibu XL, and the Seeker, which is what they're calling a Trax. They were joined by Monza, the Menlo EV, Equinox plug-in, hybrid, and a Tracker. Most of these are gas-powered, despite the fact that Chinese consumers embrace the new electric energy focus. While the Bowtie brand will end its China, GM sales will reportedly continue to build Chevrolets in the country, as the automaker explained their lineup optimally tailored to the needs of the export market. So they're going to build them in China just to get them out of China. Needless to say, GM isn't giving up the China following the failure of Chevrolet. Quite the opposite. GM recently extended their partnership with China for 20 more years.
You know,
Build them and export them, but
can we say dumb, and dumber? Unbelievable. All right. Time now for the much delayed and much sought after review of the Subaru Outback. And Mr. Mars, my apologies. I know that I skipped over you last hour, but we're going to make up for it now.
We got plenty of time. So again, we're talking about the 2026 Subaru Outback. Now, this is all new design for 2026. So it's actually the 7th generation of this vehicle. Now, the final assembly location is in Ota, Guma, Japan, or something to that effect. It's available in 6 trim levels: the Premium, the Limited XT, the Wilderness, the Touring, and the Touring XT. Now, I happen to be driving the Wilderness for the review time. Now, the government says this is a small SUV. With it parked in the driveway next to my wife's midsize, I would think it's more of a midsize, but being that what it may, seats 5 passengers. Now, new this year, it's got a taller roof line on it, so you got a lot bigger windows, which improves the view outside of it. Got plenty of black trim to give it that off-road look. It's got power heated side mirrors, got black roof rails on it. Up front, the LED lighting package goes all the way around it, but the front headlights are steering responsive headlights, which at night you got to kind of play with a little bit, but it's pretty cool to watch it. Even got the daytime running lights and the fog lights are also LEDs. It's got a moon roof on it. Again, the black roof racks, and it's rolling on some 17-inch black wheels. Now, this all works together to give it that rugged off-road look that they're looking for with the Wilderness brand. But on the inside, we're going to find black Napa leather. The front seats are heated and ventilated. The second row seats are also heated on the outboard seating positions. Got a 12.1-inch multimedia system right there in the middle of it. Big, nice screen with navigation. Got your surround view. Harman Kardon speakers for the audio. Kind of filled it up really nice. A 12.3-inch LCD instrument cluster gives you all the information the driver is going to be looking for, and you can adjust it, of course, to whatever you want. Wireless charging for your phones. It's got front and rear USB ports for everybody to have plenty of places to plug in their stuff. And the rear seat is a 60/40 fold down. And it does have a cargo cover in the back, which a lot of people kind of but that's really important, I think, because it keeps all your good stuff back there out of sight, out of mind, so people don't even think about trying to steal it. Now, the Outback can come with 2 different engines. The Wilderness has the 2.4-liter turbo Boxer. This has got 260 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque on it. It's backed by a CVT, but you can put it into a manual mode, which mimics an 8-speed transmission. Tow rating is 3,500, so that'll take care of your small boats, your kayaks, and maybe even a small pop-up camper. Now, the EPA says you should be looking for about 21 miles to the gallon in the city, Highway 27, combined 23. Now, I got 21.8 across 292 miles. Most of my time was spent in town, done a little bit out on the highway. So I was well pleased with what I got out of it, because with a turbo, it's got a quick power. There's really not a turbo lag to it that I really felt was important to notice, but it was very quick and had plenty of power, had very responsive steering, and the lane keeping system was really strong. In other words, you knew it had it. You could almost fight it if you wanted to change lanes without turning on a turn signal. It would let you know that you're doing it, and you'd have to kind of fight it a little bit. And I really liked driving it because I had a lot of glass. The big glass on it's got a lot of view. You can see outside real well, almost like driving a big bus.
That's for those people that are really getting bad at seeing things.
Can you see over the steering wheel?
Exactly. And, but it was really cool like that. Now the base trim price on this is $44,995. Now the as tested price is $50,535.
Wow. And a Subaru.
Yeah.
Mid trim level
Yeah.
Subaru. And of course you get a base model price at $34,995. So using that, went over and looked at the Chevrolet Blazer, 34,300 is the base model on it. The Mazda CX-70, 42,750, and the Honda Passport is 44,950. And again, I thought that that's where it fit in better because it's a little bit bigger, it's square, it looks much more like a midsize to me than the smaller ones, and these all seem like fairly comparable. Other than the price, Subaru is definitely a better price in that range. So that's some of the things that I found on the 2026 Subaru Outback Wilderness package.
You know, I will have to admit to you that I actually like the Subaru brand. I think that it's a different way to build a car. I like the Boxer engines. I like those a lot. They do a very good job with those. And, you know, the CVT transmissions have actually been bumped up. They remember the original ones? God, they were just awful. You know,
Right.
rev up to
Sludge box.
6,000 RPM and sit there forever and ever and ever until you got it up to 60 miles an hour. They're not like that anymore.
No.
And Subaru has come miles and miles now with their new interiors. They've been working at it, and I think that they're doing a much better job than they used to. And for those that are in the market, I would definitely suggest that you at least give them a try. Shop it. You may not like it, but shop it, because chances are you're going to find something in there that you're going to like. That's me. Would I go out and buy one? I wouldn't. I'm not in a new car buying mode, but I definitely would put it on my shopping list. Wouldn't you, Mr. Mars?
Just check it out. Yeah.
Particularly this Outback, because of the size of it, this new generation of 2026, by it being new, the changes they've made, it's gone away from all that swoopy stuff that you used to see in the small SUVs.
Well, and they all look like grown station wagons.
Yeah, and they've got
This one is definitely, to me, looks better and more like that. And what a lot of
Agreed.
the bigger
the
full
wheel
size
trim
ones are doing.
packages and things that's kind of hard to get used to for me.
Yeah, I think that they've come a long way, and they've
Absolutely.
allowed themselves to change it up and make the different models that people are actually looking for. I'm kind of impressed with the Subaru. You know, it's the other Japanese automaker.
Right.
Oh.
I got a friend that he's on his second Outback, and he wouldn't drive anything else.
Yeah, yeah. And from what I understand, very reliable. They last a long time, and you rarely hear of one of those being recalled.
Well, yeah, my sister-in-law had one, and she had an accident, and that was the end of that car. But she had it for a long time. They loved it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, send us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. We're back after this quick break. Stay with us.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your save the paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Seitz will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963.
Welcome to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, recalls. And guess what the auction car sold for?
I'm gonna
Get
go
your pen
7.
and paper ready.
I'm saying 7 right off the top.
Right off the top. Plus, Jeff has the racing calendar. We'll have This Week in Auto History, and I'll have some stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Well, not always, but sometimes. Today. That's it. Yeah. God, him again. Anyway. Well, Mr. Mars, I think we batted about 25 out of 100 on our guest lineup today. But you know what? You learn things. We've learned things about each other that we didn't know.
I didn't know Don could swim.
I didn't either.
If you want to call it that. I was hiding in the corner, cowering down in the corner.
Playing with a skimmer.
The rudder. Anyway, let's see. Let's do the recalls, shall we, Mr. Mars?
Why not?
Well, would you rather talk about swimming? Did you ever go swimming in a swimming hole over there in Eaterville? Did you have a swimming hole?
Well, kind of, sort of.
We did. Over at
freshwater,
Westbury, we used to have, well, there were sand pits is what they were.
Yeah.
Where they would dig out these
Yeah.
great big, and I mean, they
Deep.
must have been 40 feet, 50 feet deep. And there wasn't a lot of water in the bottom of them, but what was there was crystal clear. You could see all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we would go fishing in it. Well, that was pretty stupid because you could see that there weren't any fish in it. But whatever. And once we figured out that there weren't any fish in it, then there were like 4 or 5 of these swimming holes, and they were all kind of together in this area. They're still there, but what's happened is that they're city parks now.
Right.
And so you can go over there. They got bridges over there. Nice, it's nice.
Clean it up, yeah.
But back in the day, that was the swimming hole.
Yeah, there was a show on, Henry Winkler's got a history show on, and they featured something like that where the abandoned gravel pits and mines, some guy bought some property and he put some makeshift slides made out of wood and all
Yeah.
that and turned it into a park that people were actually signing waivers to be there. It was crowded, flooded. It made a lot of money until they started getting sued. Of deaths and tragedies.
yeah.
And then they sold it to somebody else that actually turned it into a legitimate park. So it was kind of weird how that
Well,
stuff
it's kind of like
migrated.
the Comal River up there. Schlitterbahn.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no Schlitterbahn. There was this dumpy motel that is still there. It's part of Schlitterbahn now. It's not dumpy anymore, but it was a dumpy old brick motel. If you've ever been up there, you know what I'm talking about. And it's right alongside the river. And I think that they had a slide that you could slide basically from the motel down the embankment
Oh, wow.
down to the river.
I'll be darned.
And of course now,
And then when you
Schlitterbahn.
travel with your parents, you always had to get a pool.
Oh God, that was the first thing you did.
You got to look for a pool, and you had the
Yep.
little guide. Oh, it's got a pool. The
Yeah.
AAA guide and all that. And you pull up, and there are people in the pool. in
And the pool
front.
was usually outside in front of the
Yeah,
office.
Yeah, that's how you
by
knew.
the road.
That was the attraction to get the kids in there. Yeah.
Well,
You
that
put it to
and
the
the office manager could also watch the pool and not have a lifeguard.
I never once knew of an office manager that even looked at the pool.
Well, there was that one with
I
the
didn't say they
binoculars
did.
at one time.
Yeah, well, there was that sicko. I remember him. Yeah. But anyway, all right. Well, more tall tales from the In Wheel Time team. The only person that we didn't include in the tall tales section would be David Ainsley. And let me tell you something. He's got some tall
And
tales.
he's a tall guy,
Ooh.
too. Yeah. He's pretty tall.
And then we go back to the
Yeah, we don't want to tell that story very often.
All right, so here's some recalls for you. Improperly secured module may damage the high voltage battery. That's not a good thing.
Is it under the hood?
Cadillac, Chevrolet, and GMC. The Escalade, Silverado EV, and Sierra EV. Improperly installed seat belt buckle anchor. I guess you'll find that out when you're in some big collision.
Yeah.
Ram 1500, 2019 to 2026. Why did it take so long to figure that out? Here's one, not good. Steel wheels may crack.
Oh.
Chevrolet, Silverado EV, GMC Sierra EV.
Sounds like a heat treat issue.
But those are the ones that have the tires on them that's, pump it up to 100 pounds. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know how that would. Welding, maybe?
I don't know, but that's not good.
Well, it's got to be like the metal structure itself.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Urgy, the
pewter gets
metallurgy
real
of it.
brittle and it'll break.
Who knows?
Yep.
Maybe they used Grandpa's welding rods when they put it on there or something.
Grandpa's invention.
Yeah. All right, let's do what the sold car sold for.
Card.
That would be from Hemmings Sold Car Weekly Roundup. You ready?
Yep.
Our first car up today is a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette. Now, this is not the split window, but this is the convertible. That is a pretty car.
Yeah.
It is very.
And it looks like it's been completely restored.
Yep.
And boy, I'll tell you what, I'm not a convertible guy, but boy, that is one pretty car.
It is pretty.
It looks like it's all stock.
Okay. I'm going to
It's
say.
some of the notes said it's period correct.
Wow.
It's not a numbers matching per se, but it is period correct.
Well, it's beautiful.
I just looked at my wallet and I'm going to go 129.
Jeff goes 129. Now, have we just turned off everybody
No,
today?
Mr. says 32.
Oh, Heitzman's been watching? He says 32.
32 for the Heights.
Okay. Is George with us or no?
He was earlier. I not.
Oh, he's probably out cutting the
Let's
grass
put
or
a
something.
$9.99 on his. Whatever he's,
Something $9.99.
How about our Lusk family? They're not with us today?
Have not
No, they're
seen them this morning.
probably trying to recover from school this week.
yeah, could be.
Anyway, okay. Well, it's sold for $45,675. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know anything about the car other than what Mars
See,
said. Forget the numbers matching. Looks like it rolled right off the showroom floor.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I would pay $45,000 for that. If I had $45,000.
It's just the color combination is just really
Absolutely.
nice.
Yep.
Or if the reverse, it was white with blood red interior. That
Either
would
way.
be- yeah.
Nah, I like it like
But
that.
this is a sports car. It's got to be red. Okay, next up. Let's do another Corvette, shall we? This is a 1969 Corvette convertible. What looks like factory pipes on it. They're probably aftermarket. And it's got the wheel trim rings. It looks like it is a small block Chevrolet.
383 stroker.
A what?
A 383 stroker.
Okay, so they've replaced the motor in it. So it's a 69. It's orange in color, and it's a pretty car. And I like the pictures underneath the trees, and I like the presentation is very nice. Black interior.
32. Jeff says 41.
32 and 41. Well, it sold for 33.6.
Oh.
Not bad.
I would take those pipes off. I don't like those pipes.
You don't? Oh,
If it's period correct, I'm going elsewhere. I don't like the pipes.
I like the pipes. I wouldn't order them from the factory, but they were very expensive back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, next up will be a 2021 Shelby Mustang. I like the color. I like the stripes. I like the car. And apparently it has been well maintained. Am I off base on that, Mike?
Says it has just a hair over 4,000 miles on it.
Okay.
So in other words, it's brand new.
Yes.
All right.
One of 98.
I'm going to say 42, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be in the 60s. I'll go 42.
Jeff Heitzman says 55. Jeff's a lot closer.
Yeah, I'm sure he is,
It
yeah.
sold for 94.5.
Well, see, if Jeff and I put our money together, you
Yeah.
would have had it. There you go.
So it's a 5.0 supercharged Coyote motor, 825
Oh,
horse.
now he tells us that.
But you know what, Mike?
Forgot.
I'm sorry. It's still a Mustang.
It is.
And I appreciate every bit of that car. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my cup of tea.
It must be signed by Carroll Shelby. How he usually signs the glove box or something. It could be. Of
Nope.
course, that would be in the photo if it was.
Yeah. No, it's just one of 98's biggest thing.
Here's one for you, Mars. A 1966 Plymouth Barracuda.
Oh.
Not
Yeah,
the
buddy.
Barracuda that we all have grown to love. This was one of the first ones, and it is ugly.
Au contraire.
You like it?
I like it.
What is it about? Do you like it?
I just like
It
the
looks
shape
like a
of it.
Valiant in the
And
front.
I grew up in that era, so yeah.
Well, hello.
I know. Interior looks good. I'm gonna say 27.
And it's got a V8 in it. It looks like it's all stock and standard and actually been restored.
And that back glass, I'm sure, is an arm and a leg to replace if anything.
If you
happened to
can
that.
find
if you
one.
can find it exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 273 cubic inch.
Yeah, that's got to be that's stock. That's stock stuff.
Mr. Heisman
Yeah.
says 29.
Well,
27.
everybody's overbid because it's only 17,850 is what it sold for.
Yeah, that's in range there. Yeah, that's in range.
Unbelievable
I like it.
to me. I mean, I thought that was outstanding, and they are mild.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my daughters don't like these cars, and I don't know why. I've always liked these cars. This one is a 1969 Chevy El Camino.
El Camino.
And it looks like it's been taken care of. I love the bench seat up front. Looks all stock and everything.
Sorry, what year was it?
69 Chevy El Camino. How can you tell? You can tell by that little lip around the front bumper. That kind of goes back toward the fender well. That's what makes the difference between a 68 and a 69.
Oh.
And one
Well,
of
you
the
know.
things I liked about this car is the fact it is a bench seat car.
Yes, me too. Yes.
Because the bucket seats in one of these cars is not much. I mean,
Well, and not only that, but what if you got,
Yeah.
Somebody you want to take with you besides the wife or whatever?
yeah, but I still like, if you got the seat like that, she could still slide over.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking
well,
too.
there's that too, yeah.
Or if she's driving, she could slide over to her.
So what do you think that sold for?
I'm gonna-
Jeff says 19.
Jeff says 19.
Jeff's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 17.
17. 22,575.
Okay, very good.
I would
You
buy
need,
some.
yeah, you need something like
That's
that.
a nice
when you
car.
Finally, do the.
It really is.
Does it have
change
AC
out.
in it?
I think I saw a compressor in one of the other pictures.
Okay.
All I got wrote down is 350 cubic inch with an auto.
Next up, a 1970 Chevy CK. A CK meaning that it is a 1500. It is a half ton.
Yeah.
Now it's got a straight six in it.
Yep.
I would go for that straight six, probably before I'd go with the V8. And here's why. Because, look, it's even got the dog dish hubcaps on it. This looks like it's all completely stock and original.
I'm gonna
I
say
could do
eight.
this
38,000 miles.
$8,000.
with 8,000 miles on it. 8,000 original miles.
38,000. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
38,000. Well, that is a 235. Let's see, 70. Oh no, they may have bumped it up to 250, but
Yeah, it's 250 on this one.
yeah, it's 250 because the original engine, it's still basically the same, was the Blue Flame 6 that they used in the original Corvette.
Yep.
Anyway, another story.
$8,000 for me.
$8,000.
I haven't seen.
Did
it
Jeff
yet. I haven't seen
chime in?
He's googling it.
Here
Yeah.
he comes,
26.
26. Well, guess what? He wins.
Wow.
A 1970 Chevy CK, $27,038.
I didn't want it anyways. So I was saving
Okay,
my money.
all right. Yeah, that would be something that I'd be interested in. I don't know if I'd pay $27,000 for it though.
Now this I would drive.
And I selected this because of you. This is a 19. Remember we did the El Camino?
Yeah.
Well, this is Ford's answer to the El Camino.
the Ranchero?
This is the Ford Ranchero.
There you go.
1959 is the model year.
Oh, those fender skirts and everything.
Oh, the
that
fender
fade
skirts.
back into the rear.
Yeah.
prop. Yeah.
How much do you think that Ford Ranchero went for?
I'm sorry, the year again?
A 59. Now, this looks like it's got a V8 in it.
Yeah.
It does.
And it's not
It's
done
also
as a
listed as
stock.
having a frame-off restoration done a few years ago.
Jeff, this is all about you, buddy.
I'm going to say 64.
Really?
Yeah.
6,400?
1,000.
Oh,
Heitzman says 33, which is closer than the actual sold price of 24,000.
Ah, come on.
Then it even no, it's just painted. I was going to say
Yeah.
it's even got a tonneau cover on it. But no. All right, last up this day is going to be a 1954 GMC 100. Now this actually does have the Blue Flame 6 in it, the GMC version of it. So it doesn't have a whole lot of horsepower, but boy, I tell you what, this thing looks completely stock. Because
except for the Holly carburetor.
I'm sorry, except what?
Except for the Holly carburetor.
Yeah,
and the aluminum intake.
I wouldn't do that. I would put me a nice put the original 2-barrel carburetor on
You
it,
can get a modern version
or
of
a
it.
single barrel. It doesn't make any difference. The 54 GMC 100,
$21,000.
21,000. Now this has got to be a complete restoration.
Yeah.
Jeff Heitzman says
Says 21.
21,000. Both of you guys. It sold for $39,895.
Wow.
I wonder if Dan Patrick still has his Chevrolet.
Get him
You know,
on the
he's
air
got
and
one
talk
like
about it.
that, huh?
Get him on the air and talk about it.
You know,
should.
He does it when he had one of his
You know, I
campaign
actually
commercials.
did you know that I actually have his personal phone number. I never call him. Never. He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
That'd be the lieutenant governor of the state of Texas.
Yep.
He and I go way back.
Yep. He was doing.
yeah.
Anyway, we ran into him
The Mecum auction.
at the Mecum auction. Were you with us?
No,
that
we're
day?
there. Yeah.
No? Yeah. I'm sitting there, and I stand up for something, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and Danny, what are you doing here? He says, I'm looking for a car to buy. Okay. And of course, you know, he's now got Secret Service guys,
Oh,
yeah.
State Attack, DPS, whoever those guys are.
Yeah, he was not alone.
No.
We should have some type of protection.
Well, we should. Well, we have some protection in the fact that we're going to take a break and protect the clock and make
And
sure that you stay
sanity,
on side. Just ahead, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History. I thought we already did. No, that was a different day. This Week in Auto History. I'll bring you this week's auto news headlines too. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is back in a flash.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show thanks you for 15 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on the local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcast, too, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
That you love so well is live every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. Listen, watch on InWheelTime.com, Facebook, and YouTube. If you miss it, connect through the podcast from your favorite podcast channel anytime. Jeff has the racing calendar sponsored by the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Here you go. Okay, we've got a Canadian race. It's called the Markham. It's for Indy, not Formula One, for Indy racing. And of course, we've got the end of the Indy seasons coming up very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. You got NHRA is actually this weekend is Cornwell Quality Tools. I'm sorry, I take that back. Yeah, no, they're off. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong date. Sorry, that's on me. NASCAR. Here we go. NASCAR is in Richmond. I saw some of the practice this morning. It was a rebroadcast of it. It will be on the USA Network.
I'd like to
Just
go
for
to
the
that
Cup guys.
Richmond racetrack.
Yeah,
Just because it's old school.
yeah. And of course, the Formula One is off. They're recouping on all of their I don't know what they're doing. Putting bedazzle stuff on their
You know
purses or
everything,
something.
Jeff.
I don't know. But that's it.
I-
Racing season's coming to an end.
By the
very
way,
soon.
I want to say that we had a guy on earlier by the name of Dom Genova that you may be seeing more of him. This guy's quite the character, and he's got a book about not getting ripped off at the car dealership when you buy a car. It's
Very colorful interview.
yeah, it truly was a great guy. All right, time now for This Week in Auto History, Mr. Mars.
So a few things we found coming up this week in auto history that you can check into. 1994, on August the 15th, Ford began production of their Contour and their Mercury Mystique. Now, basically all this was the European design Mondeo being brought into America because of their change, the way they wanted to do or approach the midsize market in America. A lot of imports were coming in and they wanted to get in to that and change to a different style, doing away with the Tempo and the Topaz that were originally competing against the Japanese and European imports. So they've upgraded to this and made a big change in Ford's progress there. Then in 1906, August the 16th, the Mason Motor Car Company in Des Moines, Iowa, of all places. This is where the Duesenberg brothers built their first cars. This is what they did before they actually started building the Duesenberg vehicles. And it was a 2-cylinder vehicle, and it had a lot of different implementations that were technology of the particular time. And this is where they experimented with their car building and what they decided on that eventually led them to build the famous Duesenberg vehicles. Then on August the 17th in 1915, this is something that changed everything for all of us. If you've worked on cars, and messed with cars very long, you've
Thank
dealt with
God.
one of these.
Can you imagine without that?
I mean, I can't. I mean, not only was it a safety issue, people got hurt with the hand cranks and stuff, but just this and the progression of it. I mean, how many times did you take a screwdriver and get down there on that solenoid to jump it because the windings are shot?
Or
in
there
it,
should be a sticker that says "Hit it here."
or hit it here.
That's right, with a broomstick.
Exactly. I mean, but so Cadillac did this and they set it up and they started in 1912, which I didn't really understand or know that it went back that far. But this was a Cadillac deal that changed everything for all the automobiles. So then in August the 20th of 1960, this one kind of flabbergasted me. You remember the Dodge Dart? This is the original Dodge Dart. What I remember was a little mid-size sedan or a coupe. If you were lucky, it had a hot rod motor in it. But this is the Dodge Dart in 1960. And they started really seeing how things were going to go. They sold over 306,000 of these vehicles. And it actually helped them out through the 1957-58 Depression. And it gave them a stronger full-size offering at a time whenever everybody else was starting to cut back and the sales were getting weak. So this is the original Dodge Dart. Even got a wagon for you, Jeff.
I see that. I love it.
August 20th, 1969. The Skylon, the Nissan Skylon that everybody sees as fantastic hot rod from the imports, Fast and Furious movies. This is the original Skyline that was built by the Prince Motor Company. Nissan took them over and eventually molded them into the Nissan performance packages and the vehicles that we know now. And the one on the bottom right, the red, was actually the last one that the Prince Engineering, the Prince Motor Company Engineering, was all involved with. So it was started out as a modest 4-door family design, and now it's ended up on the movie screen as a hot rod that'll jump tall buildings and swim massive streams and go really fast. So that's just a few of the
You just did that to make a little dig at me when talking about swimming again.
Did you write that?
He with a little shrug.
Well, you gotta keep your clothes on to drive it though.
That's
necessarily.
I don't know why.
Right, because
When
your
you're at
leather
as long as you don't use your
interior
phone
gets
at a
sticky.
traffic light.
Some of the stories making headlines this week. Federal lawsuit seeks $10 million from Tesla for a Virginia woman who crashed into a hair salon while test driving a Model Y. The suit by Alemswood Logalet, who had never driven an electric vehicle, says a Tesla salesperson, assured her that it handles the same as a gas vehicle. But the Y she was given to try out had been set to the quote-unquote insane mode, which allows it to accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. The salesperson did not accompany Logalet
There you go.
on her September 24th, 2024 drive, which ended moments after she had stopped at a red light near the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. Quote, as plaintiff pressed the accelerator, the vehicle lurched forward at an extreme speed and horsepower compared to the force placed on the accelerator, the suit says. The sudden acceleration caused plaintiff to lose control of the vehicle and to crash into a nearby storefront. The crash left Logalet with serious and permanent bodily injuries, according to her complaint. Logalet, 59, is a database developer for the Federal Reserve Board, according to the Independent. She initially sued Tesla in Virginia State Court in March before the case was moved to U.S. District Court. Tesla responded to the suit in state court saying Logalet had failed to take reasonable care and did not take reasonable steps to mitigate her alleged damages. Yeah, she just barely pressed the accelerator pedal in the I'm going to die mode, and it shot it forward. Why would you let her take the car by yourself?
Exactly.
Why would you? Yeah.
Here's a story I got to get in. After more than 13 years and $50 million in restoration work, Henry and Clara Ford's Fair Lane estate in Dearborn is set to reopen next summer.
Yep.
The reopening marks the culmination of a painstaking effort to restore one of the most important industrial area estates in the country. That's up in Dearborn, closed since 2010 as a living history experience. Central to the reopening is the No Velvet Ropes experiential tours. Fair Lane is planning for visitors to the 57-room historic home on the banks of the Rouge River. Its powerhouse, experimental lab, and garage. The powerhouse actually powered the house, literally.
From the river.
From the river, the water in the river. I'm going to kind of
There was a
skip
pump house
over.
there that I've got my initials in.
Henry Ford built the powerhouse on the estate because it was needed for work on Fair Lane. Edison assisted in the design of the hydroelectric plant that harnessed the energy. Now, here I'm going to have to shorten this up because we're running out of time. But the story says that the furnishings of the home are either recreations or stuff that they had to go out and find. I did not know this, but over the years, they took all of the furniture that was in the house and sold it off.
Yeah, they had auctions for it. Yeah, I lived 15 minutes from there. The Fair Lane Mall, the Fair Lane Hotel, everything was Fair Lane at the time. Dearborn, it was a great time of growing up there, and you can take tours of it. They've got all kinds of neat stuff there.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of attached like to a Greenfield Village. type
They're
thing.
offering
Yep.
guided tours of 10 to 15 people at a time when it reopens. I am dying to go
If you're ever
and
up
see
there,
it.
go see it. Greenfield
I went to
Village,
the
all
Henry
that.
Ford,
Yep.
and this is right around the corner.
Yep.
And it is magnificent. All right, time to take a quick break here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We'll be back after this.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your car's finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See this state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Seitz will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963.
In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, we're always looking for new, informative, and great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you have an idea, event, road trip, tall tale you'd like to tell us, let us know. Our email address is info@inwheeltime.com. The In Wheel Time video coordinator is We Always Need More Jeff Zekin, for booking agent, video editor Michael Out of This World Mars, and chief engineer David Inslee. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to show contributors Jeff Heitzman, George Skelton, and the Lusk family. Be sure and join us next Saturday from our Jewel City studios in Texas, USA, 10 to noon Central Time. Thanks to all of our guests today. Have a great, safe week, and we hope you'll join us again for the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.